Hey, all right, everybody. Hey, how you doing there? I'm gonna. Hello. I just dropped that. Um, Thought I'd try this a little differently, so you guys could actually see the cars a little bit better rather than staring at my face. But now I just have, now I just want to keep going like hello, hello, because I'm way down here. But here you are at another episode of Hot Wheels and a Dork. And again, yeah, I'm a dork. I get it. Hot Wheels, I don't know that I've loved them since I was a kid. And any of you who've kept up with this now by this point very well know. And if some of you haven't, you're new to this. As a kid, my parents quit getting these for me because I never opened them. There wasn't money for these kind of things. And my dad figured if I wasn't going to open them, he wasn't going to buy them. And my mom, who's still, thankfully still around, she's actually caught a couple of these. And she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We thought you didn't like them because you never opened them." And as a kid, what do I was also not one. She said, "Well, you never complained." I was not one to complain because we understood we didn't have money for toys, frivolous things. So, when we got something outside of birthdays and Christmas or whatever it might be, I wanted it to stay new. I mean, look at that. When we're going back to the 60s and 70s and 80s. I really grew up in the 80s, but I was a kid in the 60s and 70s. But um, when you're a kid, you don't have much, and there isn't much to go around. You just I wanted my stuff to stay new, and so I figured if it was in the package, it would always and forever be new. And they thought, well, geez, if you want it and you're going to play with it, you take it out and play with it, have fun. You just never did. So we thought, my mom said, we thought you just didn't like them, and so they quit buying them. And my dad said, hey, if you're not going to play with them, I'm going to buy them. And I was really disappointed, but again, I knew and I understood enough that, you don't complain about it. There's not money for these kind of things. So, over the years, though, a few got opened, played with. Now, this one here is really old. And you can see, you guys know that this is generally how I keep my older open cars so that they don't get too much wear on them. This I actually found in the garage when we were doing some yard work and cleanup, and it was not wrapped up. Not just not too long ago. This might have come from a collection of mine. I mean, they start to look familiar. I'm going to go ahead and open it. This it's an old Countach. It's a really cool car, and it's white. And these are these are so I'm not unpackaging a new one, or an old one that's in new packaging. This is an old Countach, and I wrap these in coffee filters because coffee filters absorb any liquid or water that gets into these, and help the paint keep from scratching too much. You can tell this one was opened and played with. This might have been played with by my own kids at one point. It's got the Countach decals on it right there. It's got some pretty good detail. And you can see this one got played with. The little wing on the back has been bent. This could probably use a little tender care and restoration, but I'm certainly not going to try bend that back up. The casting would probably break unless I was super, super careful with it or maybe heated it up a bit. But at that point, you're going to wind up messing up the paint and you might as well redo it. This has to be one that I acquired much later on, when I got back into these, or was actually, yeah, my kids weren't even born yet. This is from 1987. This is Malaysia, still has the original studs in the bottom here. You can see it's a metal base, Malaysia, and it's 1987. So it's a white Countach from 1987. Totally cool cars. I wish there was enough light. Again, I'm trying here. I thought maybe right underneath this light, you might be able to see a little bit of that red interior. The window is actually it's gunked up a bit. It probably I mean, this car could probably stand with a little restoration and probably look really, really cool. And I know there's a lot of guys on YouTube that actually do the restorations. They're awesome. They do some great jobs. In fact, one of them I think is diecast restoration. I think that fella's up in Canada, maybe, but he does some amazing stuff. There are other guys. I think Outlaw. Oh, what the heck is that? Outlaw Garage or something like that. I've just really, again, over the last few months, discovered that people are actually into these now. Yeah, I've always been early to these kind of parties, and I was into it for so long, then got back into it when I was in my 30s as an adult with young kids, and thought, well, I'll collect them now and I'll keep them in the package. And then I kind of got out of it, and I got back out of it about 20 years ago was the last time I actually got any. And now I'm in my 50s, so I'm a 50-year-old playing with cars. You guys are gonna say, yeah, truly, what a dork, right? I know, but I mean, they're cool, and this is still a great roller. 1987, so 87, 97, 2000, 2017, 87, 97, 2007, 2017. So this is 32 years old. I mean, it's a 32-year-old toy that is in pretty decent shape, still rolls, has a bent wing. This one could probably stand for some restoration, would probably look really cool. I haven't done anything like that yet. Not brave enough. There may be a car or two coming up that I might be brave enough to try, but or maybe what I might do is reach out to some of these other guys on YouTube and say, hey, what if I sent you a car or two? And who knows what they charge to do that. I know once you restore them, I mean, really, it seems like it's a labor of love because they're not going to be worth much. Certainly, I wouldn't think they'd be worth more if they're opened and restored than in original condition. At least this has still got something of the original paint left. Actually, original paint overall is not bad on this. You can see the red interior through the window. Window needs cleaning up a bit. Still rolls just fine. But it's a cool little car. But also because of this, I'm actually doing a little self-induced therapy. You guys know now. Insofar as opening new ones, and picked this one up at a store not too long ago. It was a 50th anniversary. This is new for 2018, so it was new last year. It's now 2019, so this has been in its package for more than a year, so it's survived that long. I'm about to rip it open. You can see how enthusiastic I am. It's not easy getting used to this. I mean, even this is something that stayed with me all my life. Wanting things new and not being little and then growing up, not much money and such. You just wanted stuff to stay new and cool. And this is, I mean, I love the paint on this. It's a really cool color, similar to that orange Camaro my wife picked up for me, which started all this. And it's got the 50th anniversary logo decal on there, and the 11 and the Hot Wheels decal. Um, and it's got. I'm not a bicyclist at all in any way, shape, or form. I've actually lost a lot of weight. Not that you guys would know that, but since the first of the year, I've lost a little over 32 pounds. And but I'm not a bicyclist. I like the color of the car. I like the decals. I think it just looks cool. um 50th anniversary pack. I'm gonna open it, and getting over this thing where just even stuff like the microphone, which you can't quite see, that I'm using, and I just bounced it and hit it. But um I'm gonna open it. I don't like opening new things. I like my things to stay new. But where I've noticed some people having problems open, and this one's actually glued up pretty tight. They usually right in the center they leave a gap. There it is. They leave a gap so you can pop and drop and to open your Hot Wheels. And so they leave a gap. A lot of people really struggle and tear off the card. I'm going to try and keep the plastic on here, but we're going to pop it and drop it. Drop. There it goes. Boom. And this is a glass table. Sorry if that was really loud. Um, and then I've been signing these cards, just started doing that, but here it is, blue base, plastic base. This is copyright 2017, new for 2018 on there. Rise and Climb. FJV48 is the number on the bottom of this. So you guys can see, let's see, hold on. You can see that. So that's cool. But, and this actually has really cool interior. Hard to see through the smoked windows or tinted windows, but that window tinting is plastic there. But look at that. That's a cool car. I don't know. I'm trying to not mess up too much, but that's a cool car. Get this in here for you like that so you can see it pretty well. See all those. You can see the bikes on the back there. The wheels are really cool on this. So, check out the wheels there. Those are really cool. And this is probably a good roller. Oh, yeah, it's real good. Whoa. Ha, it just went off the table. Ah, geez. Wow. Okay. Well, this is live on YouTube. Can't edit that out. I had to go get the car back. But really good roller. This one, not so much. I mean, it still rolls for a 32-year-old car. That's great. But again, old Countach, really kind of cool. Looks really good. Very nice. Brand new, and this was new for 2018. Opened in 2019. Rise and Climb, Hot Wheels. This has been Hot Wheels and a Dork. Guy, if there's anybody out there, a few people have asked, and I have yet to have anybody say, okay, yeah, let's do it. A few people have asked about sponsoring Hot Wheels and a Dork. I'd love to. We can work out a deal. I'll be happy to mention any sponsors on this. That'd be fantastic. I would. This is exclusive to 24/7 WPL's um, uh, live YouTube channel. You know what I'm going to do here, guys? I'm going to bring this forward a bit, and we're gonna just thanks for bearing with. We're gonna do this real quick here. There is 24/7 back there. Here's my wonderful face. But you can see 24/7 WPL back there. So that's where we are. Hello. We're going to go back down here and look at the stuff here on the table. But again, we've got the cars, really cool cars on this episode. And sponsors, anybody who wants to sponsor this, send a note 247WPL@gmail.com. If you have a Hot Wheel you'd like me to open, shoot a note 247WPL@gmail.com. I'll tell you how to send it over. If anybody sends their cars here, once they're here, they'll live here. I'll open them up and they're gonna live right here. We got a shelf back here, and I'll show you the shelf behind me. Kind of there. Can you see that? The shelf back there. Got a shelf for a few cars to sit on. Geez, I'm featuring my belly, and there's less of it. There really is. There's less of it, but I am gonna go ahead. I'm gonna sign these that I open, and because somebody says, "Hey, you should sign those," and I'm like, "Hey," because I'm somebody right now, right? They say, "Well, you never know," so I'll sign it, and we'll say opened on 4/11/19, Hot Wheels and a Dork. And so the car will go with its package, signed package there. We'll put it on the shelf. Who knows, maybe one day, because of other things that I do, this will become a thing and people go, oh, I really got to have that card that he signed and the car that goes with it. Yeah. We should all have such lofty aspirations of fame, right? Because YouTube. Anyway, again, here's the two cars for this week. Um, let's see, bring them back here a little bit because I moved the camera around, guys, on this episode. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go turn things off. I'll bring them up just a little closer. But these are the cars that we opened today. And we're going to continue to do 2 of these a week, but we're going to start doing them on Thursdays and Fridays. Thursdays and Fridays. Too much going on the rest of the week. Too many other shows happening. But Thursdays and Fridays, we'll keep doing Hot Wheels in a Dork. Again, if you want to sponsor it, 247WPL at gmail.com, or if you want to send cars to be open, 247WPL at gmail.com. I'll tell you where to send your cars. Cars will stay here, they'll live here, but certainly, and we will mention you. I'll, tell me about yourself and why you're sending the car. I mean, maybe I don't know anybody who had the same experience I did as a kid. Hello. And, but again, it's some kind of therapy for me opening this up and being okay with it and knowing that it's just a $1 toy. Um, didn't have much growing up, and this is a thing that's hard for me to do, and I'm talking about it like I'm trying to get over it. But at any rate, you guys get it. Thanks for hanging in there and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this episode again. I'll actually be back tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday, and then from this point on, so that'll be 3 this week because we did one on Monday, uh, one today. We're going to do one tomorrow, and then starting next week, we'll do one on Thursday, one on Friday each week. But guys, thank you so much. So long. I'm going to turn this off now. I got to get up and walk away. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope this is as fun in some way for you. Even if you're like, haha, what a dork this guy is. That's okay. I don't mind. I hope it's as much fun for you as it kind of is for me. So I'll catch you guys later. Take care.